Looking for royalty-free music? Discover Epidemic Sound. Get the safest music subscription for content creators with more than 35,000 tracks and 90,000 sound effects. Start your 30-day free trial today.
Feels weird picking it up. The leg.
Test, 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 test. Test, test, testing the microphone. This seems a little loud. Hey, it actually works. Cool. I set up all this shit in like 5 minutes. Well, I had 996 subscribers a minute ago. Somebody decided they didn't like this. There's a huge delay in my voice and it's tripping me up. Like the only person watching my own live stream right now. It's okay. I am my own number one supporter. Oh, hey, Chris. Chris is here. Yeah, I don't even have any compression or effects or anything put on the mic. It's just my voice right now. So... Yeah, I tried to fire up Streamlabs OBS, which I normally rely on. I gotta take my earbuds out because it's messing me up hearing my own voice. And I guess Streamlabs OBS has turned broadcasting to YouTube into a pay service now, which sucks because they're like $12 a month if you pay for a year, $19.99 a month if you pay month to month, which that's expensive for a free service, or at least free in other places. The main thing I liked about Streamlabs' version of OBS is that it allowed you to sync all your settings between all devices. So you could log in, and not only would all your account details be there, all your settings, your layouts, it would actually download your graphics packs in the background and all your filters and everything. So it's just like, if I opened up my laptop and wanted to stream and open up Streamlabs OBS and log in, bam, everything's there instead of having to worry about losing all that. Yeah, so, and I need to look into a program. I'm going to pull up Teradek right now, because I'm only used to Twitch, and I'm going to be moving any live streaming I'm doing over to YouTube as a primary, and Twitch would just be a secondary. Twitch was always just a stepping stone. I got interested in it for a few years, and then that was it. Yeah, I think a lot of people swear by the base OBS, man. They think Streamlabs is Garbo after they started going like pay to play on like nickel and diming people on little things. And somebody called it years ago. They said, you know, they're charging us for like overlays and backgrounds. Just wait until they start charging you to use like main features of the service, which is what they're doing now. Yeah, what is this? I don't know what this is. I'm gonna Google it. Teradek. Oh, I see. Right. This is an interesting... So, you can just go live to YouTube directly from this device? Teradek's video live stream encoder. Core tutorial, adding video, YouTube channels. What's up, Chewy Shoot? You're subscribed to me because I bought a Logitech Brio camera from you, and then I followed you on Twitter and saw a little bit of the drama about why YouTube decided to change your rates or your RPM or CPM or whatever it was. Did you ever get that fixed, man? Yeah, how you doing, dude? YouTube's been doing a little bit better for me than Twitch. Good. I'm glad to hear. Like, I was trying to help some people out over the last year, and I used your situation as an example of what can happen. Was it who helped you out? Was it like Team YouTube on Twitter or something? Yeah, well, I actually just changed the name because it was this. I don't know if that's more recognizable. But I kind of like, I don't know how I felt about that name, so I just changed it to my first and last name, like across the board. See, I wondered if YouTube was going to do something like that. I ran across another person that like their RPM got cut because YouTube, quote unquote, detected false views, and then a similar thing happened where within 2 or 3 months, with just their normal organic traffic, their RPM crawled back up to its original number. What do you think? Should I go with my first name, last name, or use a moniker like Fjord TV? Nobody can pronounce Fjord. Every time I talk to somebody online, they're like, "Oh, hey, F Jord F Jordan." The brand I know is my name. I think I think the things that I do will sell the channel more than whatever the name is. Dude, I still have that Logitech Brio right here. I can't thank you enough for selling it to me. You couldn't find a camera anywhere during the pandemic, and well, I mean during the pandemic, it's still. But back then, all the prices were inflated, and it's just. But I've switched to that's a backup camera now. I switched to a DSLR, which looks just so much better. Oh my god, dude! Probably 3 months before I talked to you for the first time, I bought a RTX 2080, and I was like, should I spend this much money on this card? It was retail, and I was like, it's just that's a lot of money for a video card, and I'm so glad I did. You're starting to be able to find them. Unfortunately, we don't live near a micro center. And everybody I've been talking to that's getting their hands on them, they go and wait in line in a micro center. Yeah, that's what I want too, man. Um, Chris, what kind of camera do you have right now? I've got none of it's hooked up. I wish it was hooked up right now. I've got those little Logitech, I think they're C610s or something like that. They're just 1080p cameras. They're a dime a dozen. Logitech C615. I got a bunch of those. But yeah, they're not very good quality, and I was looking at the Logitech C922, either that or the Brio. I like the Brio. The 922 is fine also. They both do depth sensing background removal. So honestly, nowadays a lot of people if the content's good, they don't really care how well you're removed from the background or green screened. If you look at TikTok and stuff like that. So just using NVIDIA's broadcast to snap yourself out of the background is fine. Well, man, I was hoping that little boost on Facebook would get us up over the last 16 subscribers that I need to submit my monetization application. I guess I didn't really need to turn that in to send affiliate or put affiliate links in all my videos that are performing well. Could have done that. Oh no. What are you gonna do, Chris? I'm like tempted to go grab something to eat real quick, but I don't want to leave. But also I don't want to drag this out for like an hour. I thought this was gonna take like 15 minutes. And I gotta go shoot a video this week too. Chewy, have you been putting any of your videos on TikTok? I know some people hate it and some people love it. There's a surprising market for a lot of niche content in there that people don't realize. There's a guy that's doing Rubik's Cube tutorials, which I thought was crazy. One of my friends, I told him to start doing impressions in there, and that was like 12 months ago, and now he's got, I don't know, 120,000 followers and 1 million views or something like that. I gotta talk to him. I think it's starting to pay out the creator fund. Yeah, I know TikTok can be pretty divisive for some people. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage on there, really. But it can be a revenue stream. I need to get Patreon up, a couple other things. I had all this stuff set up. Funny enough, so I'll tell you a story. There we go, $9.97. I was actually monetized. Let's see, I started my channel just off the cuff, posted some junk in like 2008 or 10 or something. And I filmed a lot, I never posted it, and then I had one video go viral. It went on Tosh 2.0, I guess. And I don't remember what the requirements were for monetization back then, but they were ridiculously low as long as you were generating or had enough views to generate any amount of ad revenue. That's what it was. And they would only pay you out in $100 increments, so you had to make at least $100. So I think I had like $87 in my YouTube ad revenue account. So it never paid out. And then a few years back, like 4 or 5 years back, they did this big sweeping reevaluation of the monetization system, and they demonetized my channel, and then said that I have to get back up to the standard watch time that everybody has to get to of, 4,000 hours and 1,000 subs. So I'd blow 4,000 hours out of the water. I probably do that every month or two. I'm sure you do too. Anybody who has decent content does. But nobody subs to me because all my stuff in the past has just been garbage memes and like no real content. We're getting there though. I filmed a lot of stuff. Oh yeah, dude, you got 12 million views. I'm looking at your channel right now. You had 500,000 views in the last month alone. Yeah, you're like doing 10 times better than me. That's awesome. Yeah, it's all good though. So this time last year, or a little earlier than this last year, I'd gone from like, I don't know, 100 subs to like 200, and I was getting like maybe 5,000 views a month, and I was like, man, that's cool, 5,000 views a month. If I could keep that up, I might get monetized in a year or two. And now I'm doing like that a day sometimes, and now, like, getting to where this becomes my full-time job seems way more attainable, because now it's only 10 times what I'm currently doing. And 10 times what I'm currently doing versus 100 times what I was doing a year ago seems way more attainable. I wish I could post this now. I went up to Hartsville, Tennessee recently. Ken Herron and some other YouTubers went and took drone footage of a nuclear reactor up there a few years ago. And I looked at the videos and I was like, we can do better than that. I think we can do a lot better than that. So we went up there, run and gun, took the camera kit and the drones, and we were on public roads as far as I was concerned. And pretty sure legally. And they came over and they accused us of flying our drones over the prison and making drops, which we were not doing. And then they demanded our footage and they demanded our camera equipment. And we said no. And we locked the doors to the car and we locked all our equipment in the car. And after a little bit of a heated back and forth, we said the only way you're getting that equipment is if you get a warrant. Because I didn't want my footage or my camera gone to the Hartsville police for like God knows how long. So they arrested us for trespassing, and I just went to court for it. The agreement of of getting it dismissed was that I'm not allowed to post the video that I took of the nuclear reactor while I was out there. So, a fun, expensive experience. What's up, Lucas? Oh, man. I was just talking about getting out of my being arrested at the Hartsville nuclear reactor. Yeah, I was wondering how many people are like waiting until 999 comes around to pull the trigger and try and be 1000. I can definitely see that. That's your style, man. Sitting here futzing with a Rubik's Cube. I tried to plug up the camera earlier, and so I've been using Streamlabs. I haven't been using OBS, and I think I'm going to switch off the Streamlabs, but I didn't have anything set up in OBS. I had to like slap it together. I tried to plug up the camera and it crashed. So this is what we get instead. I had to approve the swear word. That's funny. Dude, yeah, so... And interestingly enough, I talked to the lawyer after the fact, and I said, okay, so we're not allowed to post the video of the nuclear reactor, right? He's like, right. And I said, okay. Well, it's my legal right as a citizen to film the police during any situation, right? And he's like, well, yeah. And I was like, even if they're, pulling me over for something. Ha ha! There we are. And he said, yeah. And I was like, so can I post the video of the police, but not the video of the reactor? And he was like, you're playing with fire there. So I am going to make a YouTube video about it. I'm just going to be very careful about what information I include. Sweet. Man, thank you so much, Chris, and thank you, Lucas. I am gonna just chill here for a couple minutes longer, but I'm actually gonna go pick up a new GoPro monoprod. I wish I could show you guys this thing. It broke. The Gorilla Pods. 1001. Now I guess I just gotta wait a few days to go through this application process. I heard that it's better, and I don't know if Chewy is still here or not. I heard that it's better if you wait for YouTube to reach out to you. Add emojis to this. Yes. So, don't wait for them to reach out to me. Now that I've hit the threshold for everything, go ahead and send in my application. Okay. Then I'll do that. Yeah, because I know it takes a couple days. And I'm curious to see what my rates are going to look like. I've got so much work to do. I've got a ridiculous amount of work to do in like the next week for this. If I refresh this studio page, it's not going to kill my live stream, is it? We're going to find out. It's a good time to find out. Yeah, okay. It's all still there. Ask your viewers a question. I finally got the poll option. Dude, I don't know the final verdict on that handle. I still have not made a decision yet. There we go. I locked down Fjord TV. F Jord. Although some people made some really good puns about that the other day. I locked it down across all social media sites just because it is recognizable, and if I want to go back to it, I can. And then I started changing everything over to Jonathan Toffer. So, Chewy, are you familiar with William Osmond, Michael Reeves, people like that? Maybe I Did a Thing. So, I'm essentially an engineer by trade. I work in software, and I build robotics and dumb shit in my spare time. These are a bunch of my guys from here in Nashville at we were all involved in the local makerspace and Maker Faire. These are actually some of the producers of the Maker Faire. Yeah, I do. I will come by. So basically, it's let me give you an example of a project I'm working on right now. I play chess, right? So I wanted to buy a chess timer, but a chess timer is expensive. So I figured I'd build a chess timer out of like Arduinos and robotics. But, you know, that's not fun. But making a chess timer that you have to scream at because you suck at chess to make it switch sides is fun. So just dumb science. Think of it like Adam Savage, but stuff goes way, way worse. So I filmed a lot of content like this over the last couple of years. I probably got a 200 gigabytes of video just floating around here, unedited. Oh my god, no. Yeah, so I think, you know, I've vetted things back and forth, and I've looked at it, and a lot of people that do junk like this, you know, they just go under their name because they're not trying to be a moniker or a handle. and people just find them by their name, and their content is just whatever they do. I do garbage science, but that could change. I could also post a cooking video where I explain the science behind why an egg flips, Right. Yeah, and a lot of people, it's funny, a lot of people think that Fjord is actually my name, and the problem is it's just a nickname from grade school that has no meaning or connotation. It came from my friends were watching Wayne's World, and that scene where she goes like, Fjordy Borgen Jorgen, and they thought it was funny. We were in like the 6th grade. There's no real meaning behind it, other than, I don't know, it was a neat name for young kids. There we go. There's a poll. Yeah, so Chewy, and that's kind of where it came from, because so when I originally started Twitch, I've got like 200 something followers and a couple thousand views on Twitch, or maybe it's like 180, I can't remember. We were just trying to play dumb video games and not take ourselves seriously. So one of my friends said it's like a garbage plate, which is a New York style of poutine, which is just a bunch of random conglomeration of crap. You put it together, though, and it's, edible. It's fun. It's tasty. So that's kind of like what our gaming was. It was just trash. So we called it Garbage Play, which is a play on garbage plate. But as I stopped gaming and as I started doing more builds and interactions and stuff like that, that started to make less sense. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to use my real name yet. So I went with a moniker and used the Fjord TV, because Fjord is taken literally everywhere. And you're right. I think if I stuck with like gaming or some niche like that, where like it was going to be like a handle, like a tag in my game, like I'm known as Fjord in Rocket League, for example, then I should probably stick with that. But since I'm going to like branch out to kind of this other type of content, I think just using my name might be a better avenue. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. I'm wearing each one for like a month and seeing how I feel about it. I just read your comment, Chris. You were the support that made Lucas's 1000th sub possible. Funny, my last year, my girlfriend at the time was my 200th sub, which was really cool. But she unsubscribed from me, so. They do, and Garbage, did work well, or Garbo also worked well, for kind of tongue-in-cheek, self-deprecating humor for my gaming style, because I didn't take myself seriously. I think the idea that I've come around to is that if I go ahead and change my username on everything to just my first name, last name, which is unique enough that it's available across the board, no problem. Then I can change the display name to whatever I want, whenever I want. Or I can also title, the videos appropriately, like this particular video or series is Garbage Science, I think I was too hung up on what the handle needed to be, and if the handle needed to define me and my brand. And then I finally like kind of looked around and I was like, well, nobody really gives a shit what anybody's handle is. If they make good content, they'll find you. Some creators have a different handle on like 3 different services because like somebody's already got their name, or they use 2 underscores or whatever, and they've got millions of followers because nobody cares what the handle is. They find the person, you know. I was just way too hung up in, you know, like creating a brand around content that didn't necessarily even exist yet. So why was I doing that? I don't know. Garbage Pail Kids, man. Aren't those like worth money now? I feel like those are worth a lot of money. Gus Johnson recently did a skit where they were talking about Pokemon cards and how just as kids we used to just tear them up. I guess that's why so many of them are the most popular ones, are the most valuable and the best condition, is because they were the most destroyed. All right. Yeah, and I thought about changing that and riffing on garbage too. Did you see the recent post where I used that AI to generate names on Facebook? That came up with some really interesting stuff. But listen, I gotta get ready and go out and pick up this camera equipment that I just bought on Facebook. It's like $30 instead of $75 on Amazon. So, and then prepare for my week. So I think we're pretty solid at 1,002 subscribers right now. And now that this is recorded, I'll be able to hopefully look back on this in, you know, a year or 2 or 5 and be like, hey, we actually, you know, did it. That's cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna shut this down. Thank you for being here. Cheers, man.